Welcome back to the Proper Football Podcast. Today we're going to talk about Barcelona and Atletico and, 1-0 result. And from what I've seen, I think it was the best time for Atletico to come and play against Barcelona because they've been vulnerable lately.
Yeah, especially with some of the big injuries they've had. Gavi out for the season, as we know. Unfortunate miss for Barca. Ter Stegen out for a couple of months. So some big positions having to be filled in there. And like you said, Atletico is probably looking forward to this game, especially, having a good run of form in the past few months.
Hope you're liking our video so far. Like, share, subscribe. And I hope you enjoy the rest of the video. I don't know if they were looking forward to it based on how they played, actually, because it seemed like the first half looked kind of slow for them, and then they picked it up towards the end, second half, because they obviously needed a goal, which they couldn't get. But let's talk about how the game started. Barcelona came forward with front foot, and they played good. Rafinha on the right, Joao Felix on the left, and Lewandowski up top. Probably their best selection when it comes to forwards.
Yeah.
And it seemed like they did good first half.
Yeah, I mean, Barcelona, they knew coming into the game they had to do good because they were in fourth. They had to come up and get into the top three. The Girona and Real Madrid taking it away with 38 points. They needed to get into the 34-point-ish thing. Same thing with Atletico Madrid. They want to be pushing for this as well, especially knowing the history between Barca and Atletico. Atletico never winning at Barcelona's home ever under Diego Simeone's reign since 2011. I mean, they got to win these games, and Barca definitely looked dangerous in the first half with Rafinha. Both wings going out and making sure that they have some options and giving Lewandowski some services, which was a little difficult for him to capitalize on.
Yeah. Let's talk about Diego Simeone real quick. Highest paid coach in Europe. Like you said, he comes in, in 2011?
Yeah.
And he transforms this team. He brought them to the Champions League final. I don't know if it was a few times, but what I can remember, they went against Real Madrid.
Yeah, the famous 4-1
Yeah.
into injury, not injury time, extra time.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Bro, I was working at CVS as a pharmacy technician, watching the game right on my phone, bro. That was a game. I'll never forget that. Sergio Ramos header.
And in the recent years, too, they've won with Luis Suarez when he came from Barcelona, transferred to Atletico, and won the league in his first season there. You remember that?
Yeah, in the last game of the season, wasn't it at Barca? They tied 1-1 to win it?
I don't recall.
I believe so. But either way, since he's been there, he's transformed that club. Even style of play, trophies, winning La Liga a couple times, knocking big teams out like Barcelona out of the Champions League, 2014 and 2016, recent, you know what I'm saying? In the past 10 years. Atletico wasn't a big club back in the day. What were they?
Not too much. I mean,
back when we were kids, we would think Valencia and Sevilla as the third and fourth teams, right?
No, I mean, back in the day too, they had some talent. Remember when they had Sergio Aguero and Diego Forlan,
Jose Reyes.
Yeah, they had a powerhouse. Yeah, Jose Reyes. Rest his soul. He was a good player too. But yeah, Diego Simeone, man, he's just a consistent guy. A guy that's gonna give you appropriate results every year.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Come in, they're gonna reach top 4 at least. They're going to Champions League.
Right.
But I think he's a good coach, and some players might have
differing opinions.
Yeah, something else to say. A guy like Joao Felix. I was never a fan of the purchase, a few years ago when Atletico splashed the cash.
How much cash? Wasn't it,
it was 100, over
120 million for a 19-year-old?
Yeah.
Unproven.
That was insane. I wouldn't say unproven. He did good in Benfica. But most people, they tend to do good in, the Portuguese
Right.
league, and they might not go and do the best. Like right now, Nunes
Yep.
coming from Benfica, he was scoring a lot. He was just doing a lot more, but now he's going to Liverpool, and his production has slowed down a bit, but now it's picking up a little bit, but should be better for the money that we've spent. But I never thought Joao Felix fit in the system for Atletico. He's more so the attacking player.
Free roam.
Exactly. And then, like, Atletico don't really have players like that. They're more defensive side. They've always been defensive.
Yeah, I agree. Atletico is very structured and programmed and systematic. You're playing in this position, this is what you're going to do for the 90 minutes. You're playing here, you're going to have this duty to complete for this 90 minutes. You're going to work for the team. You're not going to do any fancy tricks, this, and the other. We're going to play as a unit, defensively first-minded. And if we can attack and score, then we'll go. But it's defense first. And players like Joao Felix and free roamers that maybe don't like that systematic style of play aren't going to fit in the system. And we saw that he forced his move out of that club in the summer.
Oh, yeah. You definitely force your move when you say it's more fun to play for Barcelona than Atletico Madrid. And, yeah, yo.
Can you imagine saying that?
Yeah, I don't know. Like, I seen him talk in the interview, post-game, and he said, like, a lot of people were questioning his professionalism. But, when he scored, too, he jumped.
He did the Messi celebration.
Yeah, he stood up, and he really celebrated against his parent club.
Right.
But, like I said, everybody's entitled to go and do whatever they want to do.
But they do need to face the consequences if any come.
But, like, look, imagine Barcelona. They're not able to pay the sum that Atletico wants for him. Now, Atletico offloads him to another team that he does not want to play for. Could happen.
It could happen. It's a form of punishment. And we even saw on the pitch, his former teammates weren't too happy with him and definitely showing it. Like, yo, we're not pleased with your comments saying that, it's funner to play for Barcelona. And anybody who doesn't agree is lying, especially the Atletico players, because they know it's not fun playing for that
He
squad.
legit got hacked every time he got the ball. And I thought he was, like, a standout player for that game. Not even just because he scored a goal. I feel like every time he touched the ball, he actually did something with it.
Yeah, he was very threatening, very active offensively, but also defensively. When they have to track back, I love players that that can attack. Of course, that's the most the spectacle. But players that have that will and want to go and defend, especially wingers who have the tendency of just not tracking back. I love seeing it, and he looks like a rejuvenated player at Barcelona. Xavi has him playing in a role where he has a lot more freedom compared to where he was at Atletico Madrid, but also with that freedom, now he has the willingness to work for the club, work for the coach, and do what he's needed to be part of the team for it to function well.
Yeah, he seems more happy, but obviously, like I said, in that scenario, probably not the best thing to say.
Yeah.
Especially, you're not secure yet. Like, you're not a Barcelona player yet. But
You're on loan.
Yeah, you're on loan. But what's dope, though? Like, in England, I think, like, in the release clause or something, you can't really play against your parent club. In Barcelona, like, not even Barcelona, in Spain, you actually can.
There's no rule.
There's no rule. I think that's dope.
I think that's cool because, if I'm going to borrow a player, I want to borrow them for the season.
Full effect.
38 games. I don't want to play him just for 36 games. He might get injured and play even less already. If I want this player, I'm paying a portion of the wages, whatever the agreement is. Let me play him whenever I want.
Yeah, that is right. Like I said, I like the concept.
Yeah.
Maybe other leagues won't, implement that, but that would be dope if they did.
Yeah, I think so.
But Joao Felix definitely stood out. I love how he rolled the ball over and beautiful chip with the left foot.
What a chip, bro. I mean, with the left foot. I was going to say weak foot. Like, it's so easy to get your feet tangled and just miscue with a finesse shot on your weak foot, because that's very difficult, at least for me. I'll speak for myself. I know there's some players that are more talented than me on their weak foot, but great finish, great build-up play as well, and they took the lead in the first half, and Barca looked strong. Gundogan and Pedri, Gundogan, Pedri, and De Jong looked very strong in that midfield. We saw De Jong dropping back a little bit to kind of be the facilitator and just, be
be more
mid,
defensive,
but not be a defensive player, if that makes sense. And even coming up defensively with almost like a crazy block. I think it was in the second half. I'm not remembering too clear, but
Pena?
no, Pena. We'll get to Pena, but
right. I thought you said Pena.
no, but Frankie De Jong, some great defensive plays. When they were looking vulnerable, and he came out big, man. I'm glad he stayed at Barca because I know there's rumors of him leaving, going to Man U, going here, going there. I think he's just perfect for that club.
He's a perfect Barcelona player.
Yeah.
That time they wanted him to go never made sense to me. Like, when he was in Ajax, like, I wanted him. Of course, I'm a Liverpool fan. I wanted him to go to Liverpool. But I'm like, yo, realistically, this dude can be something else in Barcelona.
Yeah.
You see, like, how he turns, how he passes the ball. When he plays for Netherlands, like, his style of play never changes. And I think he's a top player. And at least for that time, he was undervalued. But now, like, I hope they're starting to understand, what he can do. He's efficient. And Gundogan has a lot to offer just coming from Man City.
Experience.
That's a big that's a big key because that's right now, Man City, they're lacking experience.
And you can see it now.
And you can definitely see it with him and Kevin De Bruyne out.
Right.
Mara
is gone too.
That's another key player.
Experience and leadership off the pitch. And now it's like, who's going to step up? People can say they step up, but knowing and doing are two different type of things.
Yeah, that is true. But yeah, Gundogan had some space to maneuver up top and help Frankie De Jong defensively at times. But those three, it's a solid three midfield if you ask me.
Bro.
Gavi, yeah, I know he's injured, but that three is a secure midfield three.
So if Gavi comes back, when he comes back, who's your starting three?
That's tough. For me, I would prefer this three over Gavi because I think Gundogan is, how can I say, more solidified. He's done more to the game, like contribution to the game. He's played for Dortmund, he's played for City, now he's in Barcelona. And yeah, his age is climbing up a bit, but he's still at his peak, I don't think Gavi's better than Pedri.
No way.
I don't think Gavi's better than Frankie De Jong. Yeah. And they play different positions anyways. Yeah. So if anyone's to come off, it would have to be Gundogan. And you know how they are, bro. They're probably going to take out Gundogan anyways and, let Gavi go and play. Yeah. But Gavi's young. He got time. I would just allow Gundogan to play and contribute as much as he can because he doesn't have that much time.
I agree. Gavi was going to have to come off the bench, if anything, or play a different formation. I don't know. But Pedri, for me, man, the guy's an absolute magician, man. The way he turns, the way he gets the ball, I haven't seen another player play like this since Iniesta. I'm telling you right now, and I'm not trying to make the Barca to Barca comparison. The way this guy moves on the ball is unbelievable. I've never seen anything like it in about 10 years. So if he continues, as long as they can manage his load, and not play him every single game. And, he looks exhausted. The guy's 21 years old or so. And you can see in his eyes he's exhausted. He looks like he's 40. He looks like Pandev from Inter, bro.
That's
crazy.
Nuts.
You know what I'm saying? And
you think he's not getting sleep at night?
He's not getting sleep at night because, there's so much stress involved with the game and all that. But
you think he's stressed like, damn, I got to go to training tomorrow. Damn, I got to play
being a footballer is not no regular job. It's intense, man. It's all...
But, some people, how can I put it? Some people are up for that task and other people can't do it because it does take a lot.
Yeah, but starting that, playing that many games that young, bro, you'll get drained out.
We've gone through this, but it is what it is. That's what he's doing. And
I hope he can just maintain.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But going on, second half, Atletico seems like they're building more pressure towards the second half.
Because they were pretty poor in the first half.
Oh, yeah. There's no doubt in my mind that they were poor. What else?
Made some subs?
Yeah, they made some subs. I felt like Morata didn't really stand out to me first half. I felt like Depay coming in, he did a little bit more, opening up spaces, holding up the ball pretty well. What's his name? Hararo? I don't even know how to pronounce his name. Defender from... Barcelona.
Araujo.
Araujo.
Ronald Araujo.
Well, he was holding up, bro. He was like,
Dude's an animal.
nah, he is an animal. He was holding Depay every chance he got. But like I said, Depay, best chance of the game was his free kick.
Free kick, yep.
And, you know, they had another free kick. I'm like, let the guy take it again. No, Griezmann took it. But, hey, it is what it is.
Bro, Depay
that was the
back
best
in
chance.
the day, you remember when he was at Lyon and even in the Netherlands team, those free kicks were lethal. I would see, you know, reels and TikTok videos of him just scoring free kick after free kick after free kick. It was crazy. But, yeah, I think when they made those subs, like Lino coming in on the wing, Koke for me was poor. DePaul was poor for me as well. I thought he was going to be more aggressive and really give Gundogan and Pedri a more difficult time on the ball, but it seemed like they had a lot of space.
And Koke's been doing pretty good this season, and, yeah, I can agree with you. DePaul, too. He wasn't putting in those tackles that we know he would do, and, yeah, definitely poor. Saul came in. I think he did pretty good. But overall game, I think it was a good game. Pena did pretty good. He has some amazing saves.
Especially filling in some big shoes, man. Like, Ter Stegen's one of the best goalies in the world. And you know all the eyes are going to be on you because Ter Stegen should be there, and you're in there now. So I think he definitely made some huge saves, especially at the end. Can he keep the spot in the time being, or if Ter Stegen's out for a while, are they gonna look in the transfer market?
No, I think they're gonna put their faith in Pena and just wait until Ter Stegen comes back. You know, Barcelona, they're not the type of team. I don't even think they have finances right now to go off and buy players. I mean, they got one player coming in. I forget his name, but
Victor Roque.
Striker, right?
Yeah,
from Brazil.
Yeah,
he's coming in January. But, maybe he comes in and they give him game time because it doesn't seem like they have a lot of faith in Lewandowski right now.
Right, Lewandowski. I saw something where there's something in his contract where if he plays less than 45 minutes for 55% of the games, they can cancel his contract at the end of the season. So with this new Brazilian guy, if he comes in and gets a chance and starts scoring goals galore, could be kind of tricky for Mr. Lewandowski.
Could be
they have options. That's what I'm saying. Lewandowski
play up top.
He had many chances in the game, and he didn't take any of them, and some clear chances as well. So, we're not gonna judge Lewandowski just on one game, but he needs to start scoring for this team at a more consistent rate, especially at the big moments where they need him.
Yeah, I mean, right now it seems like what he has, I believe it's like 8. I forget the number, but games that he played. But he has 12 goal contributions this season.
Yeah, I feel like that's 17 games, 8 goals.
Round there, yeah. I don't think it's bad, but obviously not to Lewandowski standards. Mm-hmm. But we also got to remember the dude's getting old too. Yeah. Like that last chance he had, I was like, yeah, Lewandowski's definitely getting old. When he cut in and then he didn't really execute fast enough and it just went outside. I'm like, wow, yeah. He's starting to show his age a bit.
Yeah, it's more of a mental lapse for me because it's just something's off. Something's clearly off, man, and I hope he can figure it out because he's a top player and Barcelona can use him while they have him. So we'll get to see. But congrats to Barcelona. Let's go Madrid. They have a game in hand, sitting in 4th in the league, so maybe they can come back.
They face Girona next, right? So
let us know if you'd like us to cover that game next week because, wow, that's going to be a game. Girona's tied in first, then second. But
I think they're 4 points ahead.
They are. They have 38 points, tied with Real Madrid.
Yeah.
Damn, that's spicy, bro.
That's a big game right now. I don't know if Girona's going to be able to keep up with that, but it's definitely the talk of the town right now because they're in second place. Well, basically first. So
it's going to be interesting. Let us know. And since we're on the topic, please like, share, subscribe on this video if you're watching. If you're listening on the audio version, please give us a 5-star rating. You know how much that helps us. So, and we want to continue to produce content for what you guys want to see. So let us know in the comments exactly what you want to see. And like, share, subscribe, 5-star rating, and all the above and more. Thanks.